شفا بگیره این سینه زنی ها پشت درب سردار حین اول
الله أفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله آل الله لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين صاحب العصر والزمان خليفة الرحمن إمام الإنس والجان الذي بيمنه رزق الورى وبه طبتت الأرض والسماء اللهم عجل فرجه الشريف أما بعد فقد قال الله وهو أصدق القائلين وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم أحد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم. I begin in the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful. The discussion offhand is about the challenges of family life. The ayah which I recited for you is well-known surah, Suratul Yasin, and very frequently recited surah, least understood surahs of the Quran. Qalbul Quran. One of the hadith says the Suratul Yasin is the heart of the Quran, because it talks about three main muthallath triangle. One is Tawheed, another is leadership, another is Day of Judgment. The ayah is, each and every ayah is a sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. رُبَّ تَالِيَ الْقُرْآنُ وَالْقُرْآنُ يَلْعَنُهُمْ. Many reciters of the Quran curses upon them. Because Quran is not a book of theory. It is not a book so-called our religious book. Whenever, if anyone asks you, what is your religious book? Never say our religious book. It is a book of guidance. Other than this is a dalala, it's a gumrahi, misguidance, hawa. Ittakhadha ilahahu hawa. He took his own desires as his Lord. So one is hidayat, another is hawa. Hidayat is the Quran. Other than Quran is hawa. The ayah says, Alam ahad ilaykum ya bani Adam. It is talking about entire humankind. And whenever we recite Quran, little bit pondering about the ayah, many questions are going to pop up in our mind. And we need to search for the answers. Answers we get is from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam. Because it is clear, Quran is a theoretical hidayah. The practical hidayah is the life of Ma'sumin alayhimus salatu wassalam. Top of the Ma'sum is لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. Today you go and ponder about this word ahad. Allah is saying, O humankind, O children of Adam, there is a covenant between me and you. Alam ahad ilaykum is a ahad, ahadnama, mithaq is a covenant. It is a contract. When you buy a house, when you buy a car, there is a contract. There are so many thin lines there. Successful person is the one who reads the thin lines. Otherwise, sometimes you're stuck buying something. Allah is asking you, and all the humankind, there is a covenant between me and you. When did we had covenant? We don't remember about it. All of us, we say, oh, the first question arises is, when was this covenant? I was not there. Where is this covenant? I don't remember this. So Mufassirin, they struggle to answer this. It's a tough question and tough answers. Question is, Quran is saying, when we believe Quran is the book which is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, la yatihi al-batil, it is a complete truth. Not only truth, batil cannot come in front or at the back or right or left. It is the most authentic book on earth. The question you ask yourself, and I have to search for the answer. When did I made a contact between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my creator? I don't remember that. So there are so many answers have been given from the scholars, from the ulama, those who go in deep in studying, وَالرَّاسِخُونَ فِي الْعِلْمِ. I will give one conclusion, that is the ayah in Surah Ar-Rum, 30th chapter, 30th ayah. فَأَقِمْ وَجْهَكَ لِلدِّينِ حَنِيفًا. Turn your face towards the upright religion. Why I have to turn that face towards upright religion? فِطْرَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي فَطَرَ النَّاسَ عَلَيْهَا لَا تَبْدِيلَ لِخَلْقِ اللَّهِ. The best tafsir is from the Quran. And this ayah is giving a little bit clue to answer that ahad nama, that covenant, that mithaq, that contact between me and my Lord. Ayah says, turn your face towards the upright religion. فَأَقِمْ وَجْهَكَ لِلدِّينِ حَنِيفٍ. Why this is upright? It is based on human creation. Nature here means the fitrah in creation. A person who does not believe in religion, for example, an atheist, a communist, ask the person, what about stealing? He says, bad. Lying, bad. Misbehavior, bad. Mischief, bad. If you give all the haram things in front of that person who does not believe in God or in any religion, he says this is bad. Bad is bad. From where he's saying it does not believe in religion. That is fitrat Allahi allati fatara nasa alayha. That is a fitra of humankind which he has been created such way. That is one of the answer is the covenant is the fitra between me and my Lord who created. لَمَّا خَلَقْتُ بِيَدِي. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks, why didn't you do sajda? To whom I created from my hands. Is it Allah has hands? That means power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alam ahad ilaykum ya bani Adam Allah ta'budu shaitan. The first covenant which is been done is we will not going to do worship ta'bud, ibadah of shaitan. It's a very dangerous word, the ibadah. When we see ourselves, we do ibadah of shaitan. Because many a times, this is too much. This is so strong. This is, for me, is not acceptable. It is a kibr of human being. So Allah is warning, Alam ahad ilaykum ya bani Adam, Allah ta'budush shaitan. Why you should not worship? Innahu lakum adavum mubin. Open enemy manifested himself. I will going to mislead this person. And he swears by the izzah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَبِعِزَّتِكَ I swear by your power. Izzah means power. Total power of Allah. He believes in power of Allah. He believes in the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Khaliq and Raziq and Aziz, etc. فَبِعِزَّتِكَ I will going to mislead this person, his children. I will going to come from the front, from the back, from the right, from the left. La tajidu aktharuhum shakirin. Majority, you shall not see they are the thankful people. So here, the majority has to be eliminated. You and as those who believe this is the Quran, we are so in minority. So not to get too scared of being minor or minority, because Quran says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, no matter how many of them follow you, I will going to put into Jahannam. Then the word here again, Allah says, Inna ibadi. Allahu Akbar. Inna ibadi, one who is opposite of ta'abudu shaitan, ibad of shaitan, ibadar rahman. Another terminology, two terminology. Alam ahad ilaykum ya bani Adam Allah ta'abudu shaitan, ibadah of shaitan. Opposite is ibadah of Rahman. Ibadur Rahman. Quran says, Yamshun ala al-ard. When they walk on the earth, they are so careful. Even stepping on the land. They are not arrogant. They are not head is up. They have this feeling that once they walk as if they are humble and meek, mutawadi'. Ibadur Rahman. Here also says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, O shaitan, you challenge, I will going to mislead. And Allah says, Inna ibadi, indeed my servants, laysa alayhim bisultan. You cannot do nothing about them. So they are so protected. For example, in the neighborhood, kids are playing and kids are kids. They're fighting, sometimes they bring problems. And you hold your son's hand and come out and you say, my son will not going to do this. Because upbringing of my child, I know it. Anyone can do. So Allah is also saying, these ma'ibad, they cannot undergo the pressure of shaitan. So here we need to become ibadur Rahman, Allah's ibad. Unfortunately, I am also with all of you. We use Islam whenever it comes, matter of convenience. Daughter-in-law thinks mother-in-law is the most bitter person, enemy to me. And mother-in-law thinks daughter-in-law is bitter. सास समझती है बहू दुश्मन है, बहू समझती है सास दुश्मन. And the Quran is saying that is the mistake here. Your dushman, your enemy is shaitan. Last night I was touching this, only one sentence, if we could ponder upon that. A human being, when he comes, Hadith says, when a mehman comes, when a guest comes, it is a rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he brings all the sustenance which is required, not for him, entire home. And that rahmah is bahu. That rahmah is mehman, is the daughter-in-law. And I, being a father-in-law, mother-in-law, I am thinking she is enemy. I am torturing her by eyes, by my body language. The scientists today, they have concluded we talk not by mouth, 90% by body. Body language is much more worse than the tongue language. It is better to say out front, at front. But, oh, my daughter, sit here. I think my perspective about you may be wrong. Can you correct me? And that kind of communication might lead towards the solutions. But once we decide that this is the enemy, so first you have already decided. That means there is no correction is going to be there. So once that has been decided, the rahmat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been stopped. Because once I don't believe in such a thing which is heavenly blessings, so in that house there shall not be any barakah. There shall be tensions and tensions and tensions every day. That itself is not, it is lack of rizq. Rizq is not only the food and fruits. Rizq, ilm also rizq. Husn also rizq. Shaja also rizq. And being kindness also a rizq. And this rahmah, I am thinking instead of rahmah, she is so manhus. Her feet are so manhus. The moment she came here, there was an accident. The moment she entered home, there was something. The moment she came here, I am sick. Believe me, even if you were not, she was not there, the chain of life's cycle shall be there. I am accusing some person who is a human being. And that human being also has heart, has a soul. Imam Baqir alayhi salatu wasalam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, is warning husbands, hubbies, don't behave your wives in such a way within themselves they are cursing. They might be not cursing, but the behavior is so bad. So that's why we have hadith. If anyone has 3 years life left to die, and that he and she increases silatul raham, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to increase the age of that person to 30 years. 3 to 30. If anyone has 30 years age, and I will die after 30 years, for example, and I start doing qat'a raham, I don't care about sister, I don't care about my brothers, I don't care about family. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, hadith says, this 30 years is going to reduce to 3 years. Sometimes we think life span is fixed. No. Du'as and everything teaches us maybe being careful about the diet might lead to experience the higher rate of longer life, right eating, right habit of exercise, etc. Likewise, this hadith also says, if we want our life to be peaceful, our life to be tranquil, sukoon, which is much more needed, we need to act in such a way, don't ever blame on others. Start looking for the clues where I am wrong. Imam Ali gives answer in Dua Kumail. Allahumma ghafir liya dhunub allati tahbisut dua. Oh Allah, forgive my own those sins, because of which what happens? I pray subhanallah, dua qabul hi nahi hoti, never get accepted. I beg, I don't know what's happening. Imam Ali says, some kinds of sins are there. Before I was leaving Toronto, before Muharram, one brother from Saudi Arabia called. My company was doing so much good. All of a sudden, my company is gone. Something is doing wrong, and I called many people. Someone said, you are the answer. I said, I am not the answer. My answer may be a little bit bitter for you. I said, in your dealing with the company's workers, you have done grave mistakes. Some are so much hurted, and they don't say by mouth, their soul is cursing upon you. And he started crying. I might have done. They know, might have done. You have to reconcile all of these people. So we think only outwardly things are going to be corrected. That's why we need to come out of the logic of matter and logic of deen. Materialistic world, they don't have any logic. Today's situation today, 1.8 billion human beings, they don't have one meal a day. 1.8 billion beings. And we have problem of sugar, problem of BP, problem of this and that, because we are devouring others. So here is Alam ahad ilaykum ya bani Adam Allah ta'abudu shaitan innahu lakum adawwam mubin. From today, don't blame on others. Don't say my enemy is so and such and such. Sometimes when I have the tawfiq to recite dua samat, day of Jumu'ah, before sunset, it's a very powerful dua. You reach to a point where you say the name of your enemy and father's name. I said, oh Allah, I don't have an enemy. My enemy is myself. If I can kill it, then I am successful. So, Alam ahad ilaykum ya bani Adam Allah ta'abudu shaitan innahu lakum aduwwum mubin. Aduwwum mubin, my nafs. This arrogant nafs. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min nafsil la tashba'. It is not only for utterance, to ponder. What is this la tashba'? Never get satisfied. More and more and more and more and more. Because if it is not treated well, the disease is going to increase. This is the disease. في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرض. Sorry, preface was a little bit bigger, but it is very important foundation for all of our discussion. Causes of separation, cause of the problems, dispute, or family feud. What are the causes? Number one, lack of aim in life. जिंदगी का कोई मकसद ही नहीं है. What is the aim of life? Having good life is nothing wrong, but not an aim of life to have a good life. Abdi, ati'ni. The sentence, I don't know how many of you are following Majalis. Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. This book is related to him, is called Misbah al-Sharia, Lantern of the Path. This has been translated and it is available online, I think also in the library too. If you can read, it's a beautiful book, but you need a teacher there. It's a tough book. Al-ubudiyatu jawharatun. Servanthood is the essence, says Imam. Now, servanthood, being slave of someone. So I have no choices but to become slave of two. Either slave of Allah or slave of shaitan, myself, my desires. There is no third thing. If I become slave of Allah, Mawla Ali says, alayhi salatu wasalam, La takun abda ghayrik wa qad ja'alaka Allahu hurra. Don't be slave of others. Allah made you free. So let's understand, don't listen Bakri is saying, or maybe religion is saying, be a free person. Always very free to think, free to act. Mawla Ali says, don't be slave of others. You have been created free. La takun abda ghayrik wa qad ja'alaka Allahu hurra. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam's last sentence of his life, Allahu Akbar. In lam yakun, he fell from the horse and he was prostrating in sajda for 1 hour. No one had courage to come closer to the Imam. At that time, the commander-in-chief of Yazid's army, go and finish him up. Why you are waiting? They say his fight, his bravery is so strong. He might be a wounded lion. When he wakes up, again he starts. And he says, you want to know he has strength or not? Comes to closer to the Imam, says, kill him. And go and loot the khiyam. At that time, Imam sits back. This is the sentence, and all of us, we have to take this lesson. In lam yakun deenan lakum. If you don't have religion for yourself, no deen for you, don't have it. La takhafuna ma'adakum. If you don't fear God or maybe Day of Judgment, don't have fear. The sentence, Kunu ahraran le dunyakum. Be a free person if you are a lover of this world. What is this free person? Free person never harms any baby. Free person never harms any human being. Free person never burns the tents. Free person never does all these atrocities which has been done there. So here also Mawla Ali says, don't be slave of others. You have been created free. So if we don't have religion, keep it up. Otherwise, don't have nothing wrong. At least be a free person. So free person means a person who has a human conscience. Human conscience never teaches to harm anyone. But we are directly or indirectly harming someone. It is because we don't have any aim in our life. Again, you go and relax on the pillow tonight, ask, what is my aim of life? Why am I here? It is a cycle of eating, sleeping, having children. That's it, the life. What is the aim? Al-ubudiyatu jawharatun, Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, ubudiyatu jawharatun kunhuha rububiyyah. If we really become servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is the ubudiyah, we don't have choice other to become either servant of Allah or servant of shaitan. If we become servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it reaches to Godhood. जिंदगी बंदगी से शुरू होती है, खुदाई तक का सफ़र. It's a very tough line. It's a very difficult to swallow, it difficult to understand, difficult to go in depth. But it is a sentence of the Imam. And you and all of us, we do have that. فَإِذَا نَفَخْتُ فِيهِمْ مِنْ رُوحِي. that nafakh of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the spirit of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which has been bound in the body of Adam, Ibn Adam, all of us we have. So that means two entities we have. One is the earth, another is the heavenly. And both of them are pulling each other. Earth is saying, I have a gravity, be with me. And heavenly power is saying, you have a gravity with us, come out of this earth. So we become in a quicksand. The more we struggle, more we go inside. So that's why ulama of akhlaq, they have put us, the aim of life is to worship of ibadah. Ma khalaqtul jinna wal ins illa liya'budun, the famous ayah. It is the middle, it's not the sole purpose. The sole purpose of life is to join in the ocean of Tawheed and do become part of Tawheed. It is a doable thing, yes. If it is not, never, never. Do we have any examples? Many, many scholars, many, many ulama, many, many ruhaniyun, many, many teachers of akhlaq. When we see them, Allahu Akbar. You remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are ayatullah. When you look at them, you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because they are totally submissive to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How come Imam Khomeini used to say one sentence? When he died, I was in Toronto, I opened the radio. The commentator was saying this sentence. No matter what we believe about this person, he was bitter enemy to the West. He said, what a person he was. He used to whisper, world used to tremble. He used to whisper. He never shouted like we in the member. Oh! He always calm, very calm in saying. And he said it, قُولُوا قَوْلًا سَدِيدًا. His communication was totally clear communication. Sometimes when we talk, we are in the fence. And we want to please these people also, lefties and righties. That's why we talk on the fence. So when we come out of pulpit, someone attacks us, no, I mean this. Someone comes the other way, no, I mean that. No, that is not the communication of a mu'min. Communication of a mu'min is qulu qawlan sadida. What is qawlan sadida? Clear communication. Once we have that, the aim of life is set for us. That is to reach to the realm of Rahmaniyah. So I will give you, I don't know, I can finish it up or not, at least overall. The realm, we call it Awalim Sab'a. Awalim is realms, the stages. There are 7 Awalim. Between is the Wasat, and top is 3, and bottom is 3. The lowest alam, which is realm, is Jamad, inanimate objects, stone, mud, etc., which is more in the world. Billions of galaxies, all are Jamadi. But they are part of the universe. They are Tawheedul Kalam, they are part of the universe. Second realm is realm of Nabat, which is vegetation. Jamad has no movement, but Nabat has movement. There is a growth, there is a life. Even Jamad has life and death. The inanimate objects. Sometimes you say, oh, I put in the pot the soil, but it is not growing. The thing which I put, it's not growing. They say, this soil is dead. What do you mean by soil is dead? A soil which cannot produce is a dead soil. But Nabat has power of growth, movement. This is second realm. Third realm is realm of alam haywan. Alam haywan, not only they have growth, they have movement. They can move freely wherever they want. At the same time, they don't have much will. They act according to the instinct which has been given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they are so powerful. Mawla Amil Mamneen talks about it, Quran talks about it, just like the Surah Baqarah itself. Why Surah Al-Baqarah is so important? Quran is talking about the milk of the Baqarah, the benefit of Baqarah's milk, the ahadis. We have bee, we have Namal. The 5 surahs which is relate to the animals is not only because of the animals. Allah is giving example. Mawla Ali's khutbah about Khaffash, chimgaddar, which is a bat. It's a very powerful khutbah of Mawla Amil Mu'min, where Imam Ali says, today the scientists they discover, which has been said 1400 years before, they don't see nothing, but they travel with good speed through the antenna. The word antenna has been used by Mawla Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. Unfortunately, we never took Islam as a system of life. We took it into masajid, to Imam Barga, into the 4 walls. That's why we see a lot of problems. Anyhow, the third realm is realm of ilmul alamul haywan. The bottom is alamun jamad, alamun nabat, and alamu haywan. The fourth is alamul insan. It's the fourth alam. That means if I'm a human being, what is the difference between jamad and nabat and haywan? Jamad also has a life. This is a dead soil. Why it is a dead soil? Because it cannot produce. That means Jamad also has a life. So if I have a life, it is not a big deal, because Jamad also has a life. And Nabat also has a life. Vegetation is growing. So if I grow myself, it's not a something. Haywan also has a life. They move freely, they have instinctively, they work much more better than us. Some places, even in Africa, I am from South India, we have a place called, close to Mysore, Chandrapatan. It's a place called Bird Sanctuary. When I took my children there, and the guide was telling, this bird is from Canada, this is from Australia, this is from Europe. Oh my God. I was joking with him, did they have the visa of India? Yeah, that's the problem. Biggest problem is we made the borders. Nature has no border, inshallah. When Imam Zamana Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif comes, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, there shall not be any borders. All of the problem because of borders. So how come a bird comes from Canada into India's remote area? They come, they hatch their chicks, and once they grow, they take them back. Their instinct is so strong. They go back to same places where they came from. So GPS is there. GPS is so strong. And if a human being creates GPS, it's not a big deal. These animals, they are much more smarter than us. Anyhow, the realm of insan is much on top of the 3. He has to be insan. What is the meaning of insan? It's a body. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wattini wa zaytuni wa turi sinina wa hadal baladil amin. 4, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says 4 important things. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. one of the best face, one of the best creation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Tabarakallahu ahsanul khaliqin. He is proud of creation. Then Quran says, Thumma radadnahu asfala safil. Best in shape, but he brought into the lowest of the low. He has to travel from sperm to the mudgha, alaqa, kasawna al-izam, fa khalqan akhar, then the birth, then the growth comes. So, is he a human being? No, he is in the family of human being. Is he a human being? We don't know. How come we don't know? Because on the day of judgment, yawma tubla sarair, the day shall come, the inner being is going to come out. So that's why some people are in the shape of dogs, pigs, even ants, those who used to walk on the earth. Oh my God, ana rabbukumul a'la, they shall be like an ant, because inner being comes out. So a human being has to travel a journey to become a human being. That is the goal. One of the translation, one of the tafsir, Imam Khomeini said, Rahmatullah alayh, Ehdena Sirat al-Mustaqim means, oh Allah, make me human being. Make me human being. I should not hurt my daughter-in-law. Make me human being. I should not hurt my son-in-law. I should not hurt my mother-in-law. I should not hurt my, maybe anyone, human being. And make me human being. Even killer comes, and Imam Maula Ali says, oh beta Hassan, if I am alive, I will go to take care of him. If I am died, you have three choices according to the Quran. One is to kill him as he killed me. Same one sword. Number two, or blood money. Diya. Number three, Imam Ali says, forgive him. Allah. Who is this human being? Killer is in front of him. He says, forgive him. And we do not forgive our own sisters. We do not forgive our own family members. That means that humanity, that being a human being, we lost it. I'll stop here so that inshallah we'll come next time and sit, and that is enough for all of us to digest. And please don't ever think this is it. No, there are a lot of things has to be done. And one thing we have to acknowledge, we are still on the realm of Jamad or Nabat or maybe Haywan. We never emerge as a human being. May Allah make us. The tafsir of Ehdana Sirat al-Mustaqim, Imam Khomeini, he says, Wallah, make me a real human being. When we recite du'as in the, how many of you are reciting for all du'as, which is beautiful du'as every day? In wudu, when look at water, there is a du'a. While we are washing, there is a hand, etc. Du'a of masa of feet. What is the meaning? Thabbit qadamayya ala sirat. What it means? It is on the day of judgment? No. That sirat is thinner than the hair, sharper than the sword. That sirat is adala, justice. If we really follow that sirat in this world, then that sirat on the day of judgment, it will pass very fast. So we think always we put everything on the day of judgment. No, it is sirat today. Leading the life of human being is a tough choice. I can be an animal. Even animals, they are so careful. You know, I'm a farmer. My father used to do farming. Although I was an alim, he never took a penny from people. He used to do farming and serve. 80 years he served. We saw the cows. Something they eat, something they don't eat. Why they don't eat? Because they know it harms them. But this human being devours everyone's. That shows we need to travel to the aim of life to become real human being. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you have any questions, please ask. Understood? Or one-way traffic? Yeah. I don't want to go top. Stay here, inshallah. You have to come again Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, then we'll go. It's a fast time, inshallah. Yes, please. If it is today's lecture, is better. If we first finish it up, then inshallah we'll come to that majalis. If anyone has question about today, just now we had about 50 minutes of lecture. I can go on for 2 hours, but I don't know. I want you to digest, understand. But it's not good to go on and on, not understanding nothing. So today's lecture is clear for all of you. Is it clear? So nothing vague in argument. I hope, inshallah. Yes. Yes, that is I'm talking about. That's the realm I'm talking about. If I know my worth, if I know what is the price tag on me, I will not going to sell out for the less. I don't know my price. What is the price which has been taught by Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam? وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَشْرِي نَفْسَهُ ابْتِغَاءَ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ. Oh Ali, sleep on my bed. First question is, by sleeping, you will be secure? Prophet said, yes. Imam said, alhamdulillah. So what is the price? The rida of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنًا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنًا. What is why we are begging only one? Although we have in Quran hasanat in plural also. Innal hasanat yudhibna sayyi'at. If we do good deeds, many bad deeds will be erased. But in dua, Rabbana atina al-hasanat is not there. Hasanat is not there. We are asking only one hasana. What is that one hasana? Which is related to this world and the world which is coming in the akhirah. So ulama, they struggle to understand the ayah of Surah An-Naml. Rabbi awzi'ni an ashkura ni'mataka allati an'amta alayya wa ala walidayya wa an a'mala salihan tarda. Wa Allah, give me inspiration, tawfiq, to thank you about the bounties which you given to me and my parents, and do act properly. I said it many times in Majlis. Amalu salihat is Allah has given different abilities, and we have to fulfill those abilities. And I do act in such a way you become happy with me, pleased with me. So if, first of all, I should not be afraid of hell, I should not be in love with Jannah. I have to in love with myself. So that akhirah, forgetting akhirah, it's a different task. My task of today is, am I a human being or not? If I am a human being, that means my akhirat is in my hand. So forgetting akhirat because I don't know the value of mine. My value is not car, not BMW, maybe big house, not be this, that. My tag is rida of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So rida means every day I have to see where I am going wrong. So if Allah is not happy with me, so what is this life? So